These are my mom's cats, Carl and Cersei, and I'm watching them while she's away on vacation. Since being here, I've noticed Carl and Cersei spend most of the day sitting at the window, so much so that you can see their tiny little nose prints all over the window. That really tugged on my heartstrings and had me thinking. They have never set a paw outside, not once, not one paw. I mean, the most stimulating thing in their life right now is a basket. And the worst part is seeing them watch the other animals enjoy the great outdoors, which I have decided needs to change. My solution? A catio. Anything for your cat. A patio for cats, if you haven't heard, and you probably have because they're all over the internet and everybody else's cats are having a blast, except for ours.
Carl, would you want a catio? Cersei, would you want a catio?
So here's the plan. Build it and fill it. That's it. That's the plan. We're keeping things simple and we're gonna pray that my mom likes it when she gets home. First step, this is the little door the cats will go in and out of. We gotta see if this thing fits in the window, and if it doesn't, this project will not exist. It fits! Barely. Not really. There's a little gap. I also don't know why they make this mesh. It works for now, although we'll probably want to get something else. Look, how cool is that? We're gonna be able to go after soon. He's getting excited. Okay. He does not know how to use the door yet. We need to take this down, otherwise we're gonna lose a cat. I got this thing off Amazon, as one does in the modern world, or maybe that's just me because it seems like everyone else DIY'd their catios, which is impressive, but there's no way I'm doing that. Remember guys, we're keeping it simple. This is the spot we're working with. Step 2. Assemble the catio. The catio actually came in 2 packages. After moving those down, realized I forgot to put deodorant on, and it's like the worst day ever to forget that. So I'm gonna really quickly go put deodorant on. Then we're on to step 2. Something else I discovered while researching catios is their tendency to spark debate over indoor versus outdoor cat people. On one side, we have the people who believe it's utterly evil to leave a cat indoors, which I get. A cat being inside its whole life is a sad thing. And then the other side are the people who think it's irresponsible to allow their cats outside where it's dangerous. They could get run over by a car or swooped up by a hawk. They could go exploring one day and just never come home, which did happen to my childhood cat growing up. So I get both sides. And you would think a catio is a pretty good solution for this debate, but people will still argue. All right, so we got all the pieces. Assembling the catio was relatively easy, minus the classic mistakes you always run into when building things like this. But I did it backwards, so we're gonna have to redo it. I was gonna have to redo it anyways because I didn't like push down hard enough when I was screwing it in, but that's okay. We learned fast here. At least we didn't do the next one backwards, right? Look who came to watch. Carl was so confused what was going on. What do you think? The first day I built all the walls, and then I also started putting together the little, it's a box. Cats love these things. They love getting inside things. How do you think it looks? It has its imperfections, but it's cute. It's super cute. I would prefer like a more simple design, but this is a big upgrade from their basket. I love how the catio comes along with these little ledges and things for the cat to crawl into. It's getting too dark. Carl is waiting for me to come hang out with him. We're gonna finish up tomorrow.
Why are you not looking at me?
Okay, I'm coming in. What step were we on? This is the part where we merge it together. Day 2 was a little more difficult. So we're gonna have to cut out a section of the chicken wire because they don't have an opening in the Amazon one. It's not custom, obviously. This is the fun part of a project where you really don't know if it's gonna work out, you know? You just really don't know. Once I got my hands on some wire cutters, it was full steam ahead, and honestly, this was so satisfying. Then voila, we have ourselves an entrance to this thing.
Looks like we took out a kid's braces, kinda.
Carl's very excited. I don't think we're gonna have any troubles getting him to come out here. I think he's ready. The roof was quick and easy. Then I wanted to add these grass panels for no reason other than it makes it look cuter. I mean, come on, look at that. Cuter, right? And for a hot second, my dumb ass forgot to read the last step and really thought they didn't have a lock for this thing. It happens. What's the point in a catio if there's no lock? Are you kidding? But I finally finished it. It's so cute. And it looked really good. I really like the color of the paint. With the structure of the catio complete, I couldn't resist letting Carl and Cersei get their paws outside for the first time. We'll fill the inside of the catio with fun stuff later, but for now, I want to see what they think of outside. I don't even think Cersei knows I'm building this because I haven't seen her down here once. And Carl, on the other hand, he's been watching me build this thing the whole time. He's sitting there right now. Look at him. Carl! Come on out here. Carl, come check it out.
He was hesitant at first, but as I expected, he was curious enough to come check it out. He hated it. He walked into the catio. I kind of lured him in. You know, I was like, check it out. And when he noticed I was gone, you see right there, he freaked out because I was coming around to the other side to get the front shot. He was just like, where'd she go? How do I get back in? He was so scared. It was so sad. He got that fat tail thing they get when they're scared. Eventually, he did go back inside. I am a little worried now that he's like actually never going to want to come in here ever again. So I moved on to the next step, which is sprucing the inside of this thing up. Please ignore these terrible transitions. I didn't take any other footage. I don't know why I did that to myself. My plan is to make it look like a real patio. This part's more for me, not the cats. And I think it came out pretty good. I definitely went a little bit overboard, but what do the cats care? As long as they get to go outside, if they even want to go outside. I did this part for me, and I really like it. I want to add plants and fun, like interactive play things, but for now, this is what I wanted to stick with until I found out if they're even going to use this thing. It was finally time for the true test to see if I could get these cats out here.
The first time did not go well. He got really scared when he saw me leave that end, so I figure if I wait here for a little bit, maybe he'll come in while I'm in here. I don't know. He's way more scared than I was expecting. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get him to come in here tonight. He's back.
I was sitting in the catio just trying to lure them out by being simply in there because Carl always wants to be with me.
Ow. What do you think, mister? You know you wanna.
I thought that would be enough, but it was not. My next idea was to get out a tasty treat. They were terrified. They were living up to the true name of scaredy cats. I mean, if this face doesn't say scared, I don't know what does. They wouldn't even eat the food, if that goes to show how scared they were of this catio. And they wanted it, guys, bad. Look at him lick his chops. No, I did not time this particularly well because I'm leaving town tomorrow and I live in a different state than my mom, so I won't be coming back to Iowa anytime soon. But I can't leave you guys hanging, and if anyone here has seen my short that I made on this catio, you've been waiting patiently to get an update on the situation. So I came up with a plan, and that plan is to leave it in my mom's hands, literally. It's been about 3 weeks since I left, and my mom has slowly been introducing the cats to their new outdoor home. She actually ended up loving the catio and was just as excited as me to introduce the cats to the great outdoors. She really made their new catio feel like home by adding some of their favorite toys, more treats, and the best of the best catnip. And on day 15, the scaredy cats officially became brave cats. Carl was the first to make himself comfortable in the catio, which was expected because Cersei is very timid and shy, and she doesn't even let people hold her. She was rescued, so she has some, issues. But she was clearly getting jealous of all the fun Carl was having. She made a couple swipes at him. She wanted to get in there and play, you could tell. And after about a long minute of mustering up the courage, she finally made the leap. She kept jumping back inside to retreat back to safety before fully deciding she felt comfortable with the catio, but she got there. Watching them explore the catio was even cuter than I ever expected. Carl even got so comfortable he laid in the patio chair, doing some sunbathing, getting a little more orange. It's so cute, you guys. And it is possibly one of the best feelings in the world to see them truly enjoy the catio.